I'm Mariefiebach of fudgesicles.com, and today I am making one of my favorite summer treats, and that is fudgesicles. Fudgesicles are really simple to make. My daughter had one, she goes, it tastes like frozen hot chocolate, which basically is what it is. It starts off with 2.5 cups of milk. I'm using whole milk today, but I have also tested this recipe with almond milk. If you want a dairy-free vegan option, almond milk totally works here. The color's a little bit darker, but it tastes great. 2.5 cups milk, 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, 1/2 cup of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. And you are just gonna mix that over medium heat. I have some that's already cooking here, but I'm just gonna mix this up. I like using this type of a whisk that is kind of like a half whisk because it helps you get into the corners of the pan. It's really important when you are cooking this to stir it pretty constantly because it will get thicker on the bottom, and you want to make sure that you're scraping off the sides really well. So I have one here that I've been cooking. It cooks over medium heat for about 6 minutes until it starts to bubble, and you will see that the mixture starts to thicken. Once it is thickened, you're going to pour it into your popsicle molds. This is my favorite popsicle mold. I have linked to one similar to it because mine isn't available anymore in the recipe show notes. But you're just going to pour, and you can pour the hot mixture into the popsicle molds. It's nice and thick and creamy, a little bit thinner than a pudding, but thicker than just plain chocolate milk. Once you've filled the mold, then you can put the lid and the popsicle sticks on it. Now, if you don't have a popsicle mold, you can totally make this in a muffin tin. I like to get those little silicone muffin liners. Pour the pudding mixture in and put a piece of tin foil on top, and then stick the popsicle stick into the mold, and it will hold up. The tin foil's there to keep the popsicle stick from tilting. If you have a standard popsicle mold, you can just put them into the slots that are provided. But before you pour it in, I forgot to add one of the most important ingredients, and that is vanilla. You want to use 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And if you want my recipe for homemade vanilla, it's on the website. The vanilla you always want to add with the heat of the burner off because vanilla can be flammable. So you want to make sure that the heat is turned off when you add the vanilla. So you stir in 1 teaspoon of vanilla before you pour it into the molds. This recipe is at fudgesicles.com, and if you ever have any questions about any of the recipes you see here, you can always join me in the Feed Your Family Tonight Facebook group. I'm always there to answer your questions and love connecting with you there.